Hello there. Oh, hi guys, it's Camille. And if you couldn't tell by today's intro, we are going to be paying our final respects to Dinosaur over at Animal Kingdom, as that is the final portion of Dinoland that is set to close permanently this year. Dinosaur, which was originally called Countdown to Extinction, opened up with Animal Kingdom on April 22nd, 1998. It's as old as me! At the time, it was the only dark ride that was at Animal Kingdom. It uses the same ride system and even the same exact track layout as the Indiana Jones ride over at Disneyland, which I've never been on, but I will be trying it out soon because that's what's replacing Dinosaur once it closes. And while I'm not upset about the replacement itself, dinosaurs are just so much cooler. Dinosaur is also my favorite ride at the park, so this one's hitting a little hard today. The ride's final day of operation is February 1st. After that, it'll be permanently closed along with what's left of Dinoland on February 2nd. I'm not able to attend on the final day of operation as I happen to be working that day, but I'm off today as of January 30th. I figured, while I still have this little tiny window of free time while the ride is still open, I gotta go get that dino one more time. I'm not talking about this one either, I'm talking about the Iguanodon. Actually, I think I should take him with me. I got him specifically for the intro, and honestly, he's like the best $3 I ever spent. Yeah. We're gonna go. I'm gonna take him. So come with me and my little dino friend. I'm going to show you guys what's left of Dinoland. I'm going to show off the entirety of the standby queue. Lord willing, I'll actually film the entirety of the ride, as that's something I've never done before. I've only ever gotten video of the very beginning portions of the ride, but then once you really start getting into it, it gets really bouncy, and I've always been afraid I'm going to drop my phone. So I'm going to attempt something new and pray it's not a mistake. And we're just going to take in Dinoland's very old school charm one last time before it goes away forever. So without further ado, let's get in the park. Alright, we're in the park. It's 2 hours before closing, and look, heaven's out. Alrighty, y'all. Here we go one more time. Just when you first walk in, you can already tell so much of it is just unrecognizable. And they're already starting on construction. So literally the first half of Dinoland is completely walled off, and the only sections you have access to now are where Restaurantosaurus and Dinosaur are located. Everything else is nothing but a bunch of walls now. Alrighty, y'all. This is it. Now the ride is going to be closing permanently just over this weekend, so the wait time is a little longer. I know it's harder to see. It's 120 minutes. Let's do this.
150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs. That's the project. But the result is breathtaking journey to a prehistoric world where you will witness the most spectacular creatures to ever walk the earth. In a moment, you'll be going live to our control center for a comprehensive safety briefing, and then it's on to the tour that will convince you forever that the future is truly in the past.
Hello there! Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Secret, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. I tagged him with a locator during an unauthorized field trip. Otherwise, I'd be traveling with you. Right now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
That is impossibly close to the giant asteroid impact that destroyed most life forms on Earth. Our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time rovers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See? Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
Of course. We were just talking about seatbelts. Plug them in, use them. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal, and that's not good. Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates? We're in. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon, then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong?
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll! Okay, now, let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Restaurantosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
Oleoramus. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now! Hang on! I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! computer. Slow and identify.
Sauropod.
Still not our dino, but at least this one's a vegetarian.
Asteroid impact in 90 seconds.
We better move it.
Pterodactyl.
Incoming!
Asteroid impact in 60 seconds.
We can't stop now. Keep going, keep going.
Concept Apis.
Computer, what's happening?
Loss of traction.
Four-wheel drive, move it!
Warning, meteor strike.
Evasive maneuver! Left!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would, and guess who made it back with you? I better find it before security does. Thanks for everything!
Hey guys, we did it. We got that dino one final time. The only other little section left of Dinoland still standing other than Dinosaur is Restaurantosaurus. And I'm fairly certain the restaurant's closed for the evening. Aside from that, here's the little trail up here. This is where Chip and Dale and their dinosaur onesies would usually meet. Their meet and greet line was closed for the evening by the time I got here. And of course, there's more Restaurantosaurus up here because the restaurant is huge. And also, this little area. Way back when, and specifically in 2018, they had Launchpad McQuack meet here. And I say that specifically because I got photos with him here. Look at the moon, it shines so bright. Now I just got to take the massive maze of walls on my way out of the park. So I knew going into it that the line was going to be fairly long. I wasn't expecting how long, and more specifically, I wasn't expecting it to be dark out by the time I got out of the ride, but I had a really good time. I don't think I wound up filming the entirety of it because I was holding onto the phone so tightly and up against my chest that it paused the recording. But you know, I had the best group of riders. We all were hooting and hollering, we're screaming, we're having a really good time. That was so much fun. You're gonna be missed. Oof. Excuse the poor lighting. It's dark out. And I'm over one of my favorite little quiet spots, just kind of waiting for the crowds to thin out just a tiny bit because it's almost park close and everybody and their mother is just leaving the park as to be expected at park close. So while I wait, I just want to give my few final thoughts on Dinosaur. My history with the ride personally has been a very short one because I never actually got to ride the attraction until 2023. After years of going to Disney and the ride either be under refurbishment, broke down, or the one time the wait was just really long and we didn't have time to do it. Finally, the first time I got to ride this ride was in 2023 in August with all the siblings except for my brother, my uncle, and 2 cousins. And man, oh man, I knew it was gonna be loud, so I preemptively put in earplugs for it because that's what I was told by everybody. And even though I was initially very scared to go on it, I went on it because Mom paid for lightning lanes, and it was my favorite ride ever. Topped every ride in the park for me personally. As somebody who doesn't do a lot of thrill rides, I loved how bouncy it was. I loved how you kind of get thrown around like a rag doll. I don't know. Like, to me, the sensations that the ride created for me felt really, really fun, and I loved it to death. Also, just seeing the big dinosaur animatronics that close, and also too, there is a big sense of urgency with the ride as well. And not so much so that it terrified me, but it was more exciting. From what I've heard, when it was Countdown to Extinction, the ride motions and the movements of the vehicles were a lot more intense. And it used to be it wasn't a dinosaur that would pop out at the end before the final drop. It was actually a big meteor. So there were slight changes made in the early 2000s in order to try and better promote Disney's newest film at the time, Dinosaur. hence the name change. And that's why you're primarily trying to get an iguanodon, and that's why you're being chased by a Carnotaurus, because those are the dinosaurs predominantly featured in that film. I haven't seen Dinosaur because it looked really boring. Sorry. The really sad thing is that right when I had fallen in love with the ride after finally riding it for the first time, that was about the time Disney announced it was going to be closed permanently along with the rest of Dinoland. So the few times I would come down to Animal Kingdom, I made it a point to visit Dinosaur every chance I had. The wait time for today specifically was not 120 minutes like it was posted. It was actually realistically like hour 15. Wasn't too bad. I didn't realize the queue went that deep into the thicket. My goodness, I was just like, how much further do we go? And it just kept getting deeper. I was so fortunate to have shared this final ride of mine with a group of riders who were so pumped, so enthusiastic. The two fellows that sat next to me specifically, I got a chance to acquaint myself with while we were waiting. I didn't get a chance to ask for their names, but they were so much fun to sit with. We were hooping, we were hollering, we were screaming. I scream during a lot of these more thrilling rides anyway. That's just me. That's how I process these things. But you know, it was more like scream laughing because I just had a blast. Since Dinosaur is my favorite ride in this park, I am devastated it's closing. Between this one and Muppets, those two are probably the hardest closures for me personally. And beyond just that too, when Animal Kingdom was built, the park was built with real animals in mind, while also paying tribute to extinct animals like dinosaurs, and then also animals of the imaginary kind, so like dragons and unicorns. And while Beastly Kingdom, which was what that section of the park was going to be, never came to fruition, it just feels really sad now that we've lost the dinosaur aspect to Animal Kingdom. And I do have high hopes for the Tropical Americas area that they're going to be replacing Dinoland with. There's supposedly going to be an Encanto ride, and it looks gorgeous, so we shall see. But forgive me if I choose to grieve over one of the last remaining original bits of Animal Kingdom, at least a part of Animal Kingdom. It's not Animal Kingdom as a whole, but a big part of it, and a part of it that's been with the park since it opened back in 1998. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming with me as I got to enjoy my favorite attraction at this park one last time, and I'm so glad I got to experience it with a group of people who were just as pumped as I was. Speaking of dinosaurs, I didn't even tell you guys this little guy's name. I named him Earl Sinclair. I think only a select few of you would probably get that reference, but this is Earl Sinclair. Be sure to tell your friends and family about the channel, and if you guys have any questions or if you just want to say anything at all, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I do always read them. I may even reply. So until next time, I'll see you soon. Rest in peace, Dinoland. And most importantly, I'll see you real soon, Dinosaur. You were a lot of fun. Bye.